Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Metroid Dread. Let's see what it's all about. I guess one of the first things we can talk about with Metroid Dread will be the gameplay. The gameplay is tight. It's super tight. It's extremely responsive. I like it a lot. The whole thing with the AmIEs where you have, if you get caught, you can, like, give them a little jab, tell them to go away, and counter them, and slide underneath them to safety. As I said, it's pretty cool. It's got, just what you'd expect from level design with Metroid, which is fantastic. It's a amazing level design, just like you would find in any other 2D Metroid game. One of the other things I really enjoy about the game is just the overall atmosphere. Just the dreadfulness of it all. It's a cheeky little pun. The atmosphere is really nice. Like, just how everything's presented itself. Your ice and cold areas, and then your hot lava areas. It's really nice. The underwater physics, whenever you find yourself underwater, you're slowed, so you can't do your little slide thing. I would say the other thing I really like about it is probably the atmosphere of it. It is dreadful, one could say. Especially once you enter the AmIE zones. There's like this weird dark film that's over it that's not in the rest of the areas. And then, of course, if the AmIE picks up on sound, you get your little sonar beeps, and then you start getting scared. Dread fills your heart. And you're like, oh crap, I need to go. And then you, just the atmosphere, just the sound design and everything is top notch, just as you would expect from a Metroid game. And then, of course, you got all the power-ups and whatnot. There's a lot of really cool power-ups in this game that I personally really like. It's very interesting to see a lot of the stuff. It's really cool. The hype that surrounds the game. Where everybody's giving it the 9 point whatever out of 10, 9 out of 10, where it's scoring really high marks. Everyone loves it. It's for good reason. It's the first actual original Metroid game we've got in 20 years. And it's amazing. If it flopped, I would have been extremely sad, because Metroid is such an amazing series. Like, just the whole like deep space horror stuff that goes on. And like I said with Dread, the AmIEs are scary because you have the only thing you can really do is counter them with the and then slide under them. And then, of course, the Chozo makes a return, and you got a lot of other stuff that returns. It's really a good game. Like, I recommend it to anybody. Well, anyone who likes like Metroidvanias, I recommend it. It's up there towards the top of how good it is. It's a really good game. I can't talk enough about how good of a game it is. So I highly recommend it to anyone who's just even thinking about trying it out. Like I said, the controls are tight. The atmosphere is amazing. The music is just dreadful. It's really good. Like, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Maybe a little bit more, just because I'm a Metroid fan. I love Metroid. I remember my first Metroid game was Metroid Fusion. And as you know, if any of you've ever played Metroid Fusion, there's a very similar dread-filled character in the game that you run away from. It's got that similar thing going on. The sax. But no, Fusion's like one of my favorite, like, of all time, and this is like right there at it in terms of Metroidvanias. So I highly recommend it. So, I mean, that pretty much does my first review slash impressions of it. Like I said, I don't really like to do reviews. I like to do impressions, just because it's a more heartfelt thing for me, really. Because to assign a numerical value to something that's just an amazing game, I don't agree with that. I like to just say, it's good, I recommend it. And that's what I'm saying here. It's good. It's really good, and I recommend it. And don't forget to check out our website, where we've got all sorts of goodies for you to buy. We've got Facebook, Twitter. We've got all sorts of things you can check out on Instagram as well. So, with that, I hope you all have a dreadful night, and goodbye.